Hey, welcome in to Sanford Memorial Stadium, where we've got a great ball game here for you guys between the Altamonte Springs Scorpions and your Sanford River Rats. I'm Cody Shook, and I will be the play-by-play guy today for both games of the doubleheader. Game 1 starting at 4 o'clock, and Game 2 of the doubleheader will start shortly after the conclusion of Game 1. The reason why it's a doubleheader because on June 27th we had a rain out. We played 1/2 inning, and the Altamonte Springs Scorpions were able to jump out on top and get that 1-0 lead. And that is all we have so far in this game. That we will be starting in just under 10 minutes.
I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to stare at you, and I'm going to go. If it's mine. If it's not mine, I'm just going to...
So in that game on June 27th, the reason why we are here for the doubleheader, Brigsby Mosley got on with a 1-out walk. Ray Alejo had a walk to follow him. And then 2 batters later, after a Bryant Harris strikeout, Anthony George, the catcher, came up with the RBI single to right field. So that lands us with the 1-0 score. And we are here now at beautiful Sanford Memorial Stadium, just waiting for this game to get underway. Please check us out on Facebook right now at the Sanford River Rats page. Thank you to everybody that is watching. Please comment and share and like it. We appreciate all of the views that we get on a game-to-game basis here at Sanford Memorial. I will be broadcasting all of them. And hopefully we can end this rain in Florida very soon, because a lot of games this year have been rained out, and it's very unfortunate, and it leads us to these doubleheaders. But as a fan, you gotta love extra baseball. So coming into this game, the Sanford River Rats are in first place still with a 12-7 record. They lost last night against the Winter Park Diamond Dogs, a team that they have struggled with so far. The Winter Park Diamond Dogs coming in at second place with a 9-7 record. The Altamonte Springs Scorpions, the challenger today, coming in with a 9-8 record, 2 games back of your River Rats. The Leesburg Lightning come in at 8-8. The Winter Garden Squeeze coming in at 8-9 in 5th place, and the DeLand Suns on a 2-game losing streak are 5-12, rounding out the standings for your Florida College Summer League standings. So I will just go over the lineup here for your River Rats, because they will be coming up to bat first here. It is a beautiful day here at Sanford Memorial Stadium, with winds going from right to left here in the beautiful, historic Sanford Memorial Stadium. It is 91 degrees, and we are just a few minutes away from first pitch. And Hamp Skinner will be on the mound for the River Rats, and he is from Sanford, not to get confused with Stanford or Sanford, where we are right now. It is Sanford. All right, and then the leadoff batter for your River Rats, the right fielder, Rodney Tenney, batting second, playing shortstop, Dathan Pruitt. The DH batting third, Eli Marrero. And your cleanup guy, Brian Lavastida, playing third base today. Alejandro Martinez batting fifth, playing first base. The man with the best name on the field, Cody Orther, starting at second base, batting sixth. Zach Dewart, playing left field, batting seventh. Anthony Mulrine behind the dish is batting eighth, and Richie Rivera is playing center field and batting ninth. So we are just waiting now as the coaches are with the umpires at home plate. And on the mound for the Altamonte Springs Scorpions, the third place Altamonte Springs Scorpions, Trey Vander Wide. will be on the mound from USC Upstate. He is a 6'3", 225-pound sophomore left-handed pitcher.
This is a good one. But here's the thing. Because they're not running out, and it's kind of low-key.
Vanderwide has sporting a 0-1 record with 2 saves. He has pitched 16 1/3 innings. He has struck out 12 batters and only given up 2 walks. So a guy that stays around the strike zone, doesn't let up too many free bases, and he has only given up 2 earned runs on the season. He comes into this game with the 3rd best ERA in the Florida College Summer League with a 1.1. The only people better than him are his teammate, Jared Sennell, with a .51 ERA.
From St. Thomas, number 11, Eli Morero. Batting 4th from Hillsborough Community College, 3rd baseman, number 34, Brian Lamas.
And Michael Johnson from the Leesburg Lightning also has a better ERA with a .81, and he's pitched 22 innings. So Trey Vanderwide is in very good company there.
The left fielder from Missouri, number 17, Zach.
If you are watching us live on Facebook, please share it so more and more people can watch. We love it when we see the views get into the thousands here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I appreciate all the likes and the comments. I see all of them. If you have any questions for me or the coach after the game, please comment and I will be sure to get them answered for you. If you're in the area of Florida, come check us out here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. It is a beautiful ballpark with a lot of great players, D1, D2, D3, and junior college. And the tickets are only $6 for adults, so you can't beat that. You come and take the fam, get a nice meal, hot dogs, hamburgers, nachos. I personally like the slushies and churro combination. But you can choose whatever you want. Come on down. We've got a great one here. If you can't make it to this game, come out later on. Projected start time 6:30 to 7. And that will be game 2 of this doubleheader between the first place Sanford River Rats and the 3rd place Altamonte Springs Scorpions. Vanderwide, the big lefty, so far warming up low 80s from the left side. And last night, the River Rats were unable to get anything going as they lost again to the Winter Park Diamond Dogs. The only team that has really made it tough for the River Rats so far this season.
I hate Cody. Michael was just like, you pay her prize because you work here. And I was like, no one else is playing. I was the only one playing.
So just to set the stage again, the Scorpions already have the 1-0 lead because of the rain out that just happened a few days ago. The game was suspended in the bottom of the 1st inning. So we are reset here and we head to the bottom of the 1st inning with the Scorpions up 1-0 after a RBI single into right field that scored Rigsby Mosley. So coming up to bat now, Rodney Tenney, the left-handed batter, coming into the game, 12 for 38 with a .315 batting average. That's something you do like to see at the top of the lineup, getting on base just over 3 out of 10 times, has 2 RBIs, doesn't have any home runs, and the lefty-lefty matchup, 0-0 pitch, in there for strike 1 on the inside part of the plate, 85 miles per hour. The 0-1 pitch and drag bunt attempt, and he does offer at it, so that will be strike 2 as he missed it. The 0-2 pitch outside for ball 1. Looked like a fastball there just to put in the other batter's box, see if he offered at it. Wouldn't be able to get much contact on it. Tenney has 5 walks on the year. The 1-2, and he's going to call time behind home plate. Tenney has 7 strikeouts. And when he gets on, 6 stolen bases. He has been caught 3 times. The 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled down the left field line. So a good fight there. As he fell in the hole early, he's got to battle back now, at least make it a quality at bat. 5 to 6 pitches is what the coach would look for as the leadoff batter. 1-2 pitch. Upstairs for ball 2. So now, here comes the 6th pitch of the at-bat to start off the bottom of the 1st inning. And Vanderwide deals and strike him out swinging for out number 1.
Next up for the Rats, the shortstop number 13, Dathan Pruitt.
And now batting, Dathan Pruitt coming into the game, 7 for 20, which is a .350 batting average if you're keeping track at home. Has 1 double, and every hit that he has matched it with a run scored. So the 0-0 pitch in there on the outside part of the plate, 78 miles per hour for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch and swung on and missed, strike 2. So Vanderwide coming in here dealing, throwing across the plate, finding the strike zone. Dathan Pruitt, 7 hits and 7 runs scored in just 10 games. Has 1 double on the year, 0-2 count, and hits him on the leg, so he will take that free 90 jog down to first base.
Now batting for Sanford, the
very unfortunate for Vanderwide there to have a guy down 0-2 and hit him on the leg, and didn't phase Pruitt at all as he jogged down easily. And now coming up to bat, Eli Marrero, the DH, coming in with a .260 batting average. One of the 3 catchers on the roster for head coach Kevin Davidson here in Sanford. So Dathan Pruitt on first base, so Vanderwide heads to the stretch. Leg lifts and deals, and that ball is hit straight up. First base pitcher and catcher give chase, but it just hits the net above home plate for strike 1. Dathan Pruitt has 7 stolen bases, and he has not been caught stealing to this point. One of the things that we will see a lot of in this game is a lot of steals will happen because both of these teams are very aggressive on the base paths. And the 0-1 pitch, slide step, poked into left field for the 1-out single to advance Pruitt 90 feet, and Eli Marrero has himself the single to make it first and second with 1 out. And that brings up Brian Lavastida. Lavastida comes into the game with 5 hits in 6 games, batting .278. He has 3 walks and has 3 stolen bases in just 6 games. So the 0-0 pitch from Vanderwide, big lead at second base, leg lifts and deals in the dirt for ball 1, 76 there. So it looked like he was coming with some off-speed stuff, trying to work backwards now as he's got the first out on Rodney Tenney with a strikeout swinging. Dathan Pruitt, 0-2, got hit in the leg. And Eli Marrero, the single in the left field. The 1-0 pitch, double steal, and they're going to throw to third. And Pruitt has got his 8th steal on this early season.
Ball in the dirt.
For Eli Marrero, that's his 3rd stolen base of the year. And now the tying run is just 90 feet away with Lavastida at the plate, 2-0 count with 1 out. Leg lifts and deals. That ball is poked into center field, and looks like that is going to be deep enough for the sac fly, and they're not going to test the throw to third. So we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. It's all tied up here in the bottom of the 1st inning, 1-1.
So that'll bring up the first baseman, number 19, Alejandro.
Ray Alejo is the man that made the putout in center field. The UCF product. And now coming up to bat, Alejandro Martinez, the first baseman.
Go ahead and cut it like second and a half.
The 0-0 pitch in the dirt for ball one. So that is the second straight batter. He's come with some off-speed stuff on the first pitch of the at-bat.
That tent locked in on the fence. So he wants to fly away.
Alejandro Martinez coming in with a .250 batting average. 2 doubles. 1-0 pitch. Poked to first base. And that will be the third out of the first inning. So we head to the top of the second inning. All tied up 1-1. Stick with us. We've got a good one here.
Hey, River Rats fans, today you can use your smartphones to play Micro Fantasy Baseball. Use the Micro Fantasy app to predict each at-bat in real time and compete against other fans. It's fun for the whole family and free to play. Whoever earns the most points every 3 innings wins a prize, courtesy of the River Rats. Micro Fantasy Baseball, spectating fun for anyone. Predict, watch, and win. Fans, if you ever think a foul ball can be a tasty treat, well, thanks to Papa Murphy, every foul ball you get is worth a free cookie dough. That's right, just turn any foul ball you catch to the press box. You'll receive a coupon good for a free cookie dough. And if the kid returns the most foul balls, you'll receive a free large one-topping pizza. Big thank you to Papa Murphy's for being our foul ball sponsor all summer long. Store thing down here is not updated. This is factual. However, I didn't put it there. It's just, it was there like before the game started. I'm wondering, like, okay, so online booking.
As long as that's working.
I think that's all it really matters.
Good game so far.
Tremendous.
Very riveting.
Tremendous. Strong versus Skinner. That's a single day.
Sure. The top of the first inning of this game was really good as well. The guy got thrown out of the plate. And
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook. We've got Rats, we've got Scorpions, and we've got a tie ball game here in the top of the second inning where Jack Strunk, the starting shortstop for the Scorpions, is coming up to bat, and Hamp Skinner is on the mound for the River Rats. Gave up 1 run in the top of the first inning. He's 0 for 1 on the year with 1 save. The 0-0 pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Skinner struggled with his control 2 days ago, but today's a new day. The 1-0 pitch. Another one in the dirt for the 2-0 count.
Want it brighter during the day, or
I think it looks fine right now.
Skinner walked 2 people back in the first inning on Tuesday.
Decent vision.
One of those led to the only run of the game for the Scorpions. The 2-0 pitch, and that one's hit into right field. The right fielder gives chase, and he has got it for out number 1. Ronnie Tenney tracks it down as that ball was tailing away from him, but he catches it for out number 1.
Baseman number 1, Trace Thornall.
And Trace Thornall comes up to bat. The lefty-lefty matchup here. Thornall is the starting third baseman. And the 0-0 pitch. Outside for ball 1. So that exact same thing happened in the first inning. Hamp Skinner got behind on the hitter 2-0 and then recorded the out. The next man walked on 4 pitches. But that won't happen here as he gets that one, the swing and a foul ball. Thornall's Southeastern product. The 1-1 pitch from Skinner with 1 out, nobody on. 76 miles per hour upstairs for ball 2. Thornall, 6 feet, 185-pound sophomore. Hits lefty, throws righty. 2-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. Since this game was rain delayed in Tuesday, it is a 7-inning ball game right here. So he misses with that one. 3-2 count.
What's the best internet out there? Sanford or
Sanford public Wi-Fi.
Because of the suspended game. This one will be a 7, and the 9-inning ball game will follow directly after a 30-minute break. The 3-2 pitch. Strike him out looking for out number 2. And that is Skinner's second strikeout, both of them looking. And Paxton Rigby, the first baseman, comes up to bat. Another lefty-lefty matchup here. The 0-0 pitch. Outside for ball 1. 82 miles per hour there from Skinner. Mike Christopoulos, the second baseman, is on deck. The 1-0 pitch. In there, down the middle for strike 1. Skinner has given up 5 earned runs in just over 12 innings pitched. The 1-1 pitch. In the dirt for ball 2. That one was a little inside, made Rigby back off the plate just a little bit. The 2-1 pitch. Slider low and away, 75 miles per hour for ball 3. 3-1 count with 2 outs. Paxton Rigby watches this one. He will take that free 90 all the way down to first base with a 2-out walk. And that will flip the lineup as Mike Christopoulos, the number 9 batter, comes up. With a man on first base. Christopoulos batting 133, takes that one inside for ball 1. And now the catcher is going to run out to Skinner on the pitcher's mound, calm him down just a bit, because Skinner has really struggled with his command in this game.
On this day? I don't remember.
Christopoulos coming into the game 2 for 15 on the year. Does have 2 RBIs, and he's walked 9 times. Swings at this one, misses for strike number 1.
Yeah, Cody over at second base. That ain't more in catching. We got Eli Murray at PH. Confirmed.
The 1-1 pitch with runner on first base. In there, looking 86 miles per hour for strike 2. And just a quick throw down to first base. Nothing happening. Long pause, 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, and that one's going to get away from the catcher, and Mulrine picks it up. But that will be another free 90 as Paxton Rigby moves up to second base. And we have 2s on the board here with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Another meeting between the catcher and pitcher. Maybe to go over some signs with a runner now on second base. Christopoulos has 2 RBIs, going to look for his 3rd here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one we're doing 7.
And the 2-2 pitch.
What's like the cutoff?
Just inside for ball 3.
That's whether it's going to be 7 or
So we have a full count now.
First off, it's a suspended game. You always finish it with what it was started as.
Christopoulos has struck out 7 times. And the 3-2 pitch. And strike him out, looking on the high outside fastball for Christopoulos' 8th strikeout of the year. And we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Still tied up 1-1. Stick with us here.
Hey, we bring about 25 players on the Southeast Collegiate Showcase last year.
With the bronze actors 25.
That's a really big all-star.
4 coaches, 4 staff members.
Well, coaches will be less this year, I feel like.
It's going to be 4.
4 total coaches. And you need
Rick Hall's going, Jay Welsh is going, Kevin's going, and probably Reagan's going. You need Foji, Matty, Corey Whiting's going.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah. Rich, he's got a baby coming.
Yeah. Rich has got a baby coming, and Chuck Shaw's got like something with his wife.
Sure was.
Extremely good. I would have stood there for like 5 seconds and he went,
You let him run first.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook, and we're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Just want to say thank you to everybody watching us on Facebook Live right now. We really appreciate it when you guys tune in at every home game here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Please keep sharing so more and more people can check out the action we've got going on here in the Florida College Summer League. Check us out on Twitter and Instagram at FCSL Rats. We post some great stuff on a daily basis with promotional events coming up soon and scheduling information. And now batting, the man with the best name on the field, Cody Arthur, steps up, and he will take that one for strike 1. Arthur coming in, batting over 300, 17 for 56. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and hit to third base, and he's going to boot that one. And Cody Arthur is still thrown out by Thornall at third base. So he regrouped very nicely after booting that one. Still makes the throw over to Paxton Rigby for out number 1.
Zach Dewart.
And Zach Dewart comes up to bat with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Watches that one for ball 1. Looked close on the outside part of the plate. The 1-0. Just low for ball 2. So Vanderwide, mid-80s guy from the left side. Dewart batting 153 on the season. Watches this one, 85 down the middle for strike 1. Dewart from Missouri, the 2-1 pitch. Watches this one, 77 miles per hour for ball 3. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on, and this one's chopped to third base, but it's going to go just foul and out of play. So Dewart has to come back down to home plate with a 3-2 count here. Anthony Mulrine, the catcher, is on deck. Three-two pitch, hit to third base, and that one's going to be booted again, and it goes into left field. So he will be on second base after the error by Thornall.
That was an error.
Ball was hit hard.
Error.
So the first error of the game for the Altamonte Springs Scorpions. as Thornall struggling over there at third base this half inning. Booted the first one, was able to recover, but that one was a line shot.
It's either a hit or an error, one or the other. So it's either out or safe, one or the other, you know what I mean?
And Anthony Mulrine comes up with a runner on second base here. Small lead. The 0-0 pitch from Vanderwide in there for strike one.
So he reached on it.
And
Dewart,
he has some wheels, so we might be seeing some action there. Maybe a steal to third base here with one out in the bottom of the second inning. The 0-1 pitch swung on, and this ball is hit to shortstop, and it's going to get through him right under his glove, and it's going to be heading into left field.
Did you touch that?
No.
Straight hit?
And that will be a hit for Anthony Mulrine, and it will advance Dewart to third base. So first and third now with Richie Rivera, the center fielder. Very quick wheels, so it will be tough to double him up. Jack Strunk was the closest one to the last one at shortstop. He's unable to get a glove on it, so it's ruled a hit. And that is the Sanford River Rats' second hit of the game. Anthony Mulrine with the single into left field. The 0-0 pitch here, and he's going to attempt the drag bunt. Offers at it, but does not make contact for strike one. Richie Rivera, 11 for 47. If you're keeping track at home, that's a .234 batting average. The 0-1 pitch. Another bunt attempt. It goes straight down, and that's strike two. So I'm not sure if that's the best strategy to go with there, because now you're in a whole 0-2, and usually 0-2 swing is a defensive swing, and right here you're just trying to put the ball in the outfield to score Dewart from third base. The 0-2 pitch. And here goes the delayed steal, and now he's going to run down from between first and second, and now the runner breaks to home, and he scores easily, and Mulrine makes it into second base. So some aggressive base running here leads to another run, and we have a new score here at Sanford Memorial Stadium as your River Rats now lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the second inning with one out and Mulrine on second base.
I don't think so.
I don't know how to...
That pitch was called a ball. So Richie Rivera, 1-2 count with one out, and a Mulrine on second base.
I can do still base from pickoff attempt, which would not give him a steal. Or it wasn't like a pickoff.
The 1-2 pitch. Outside, 76 miles per hour for ball two, so Richie Rivera has now turned this into a very quality at bat. So Mulrine got in the run down between first and second, made it more than one throw, and then Dewart came home to score the run. The 2-2 pitch swung on and strike him out, swinging for out number two. And now coming up to bat, Rodney Tenney, the right fielder from Georgia Gwinnett. 5'7", 160-pound senior. With a runner on second base, Anthony Mulrine, the catcher. The 0-0 pitch here, and a drag bunt attempt fouled it straight back off the umpire's mask for strike number one. Tenney getting his second at bat, and we're only in the second inning. River Rats lead 2-1. Rodney Tenney, the right fielder, lefty-lefty matchup here with Vanderwide on the mound. In there for strike two, drop the off speed right in there. So that run is not earned as Vanderwide Dewart got on base by the E5. The 0-2 pitch to Tenney. Upstairs, 82 miles per hour for ball one. Sanford has 56 stolen bases on the year. To put that into perspective, DeLand only has 5. The 1-2 pitch hit to second base. That's Christopoulos, and he's got it. And he comes off the bag, and now the runner's going to go home, and he is out at home. So Ronnie Tenney was safe at first, but then Moline tried to score all the way from second and was out by a step. So we head to the top of the 3rd inning here with the River Rats leading 2-1. Stick with us. We've got a good one here.
Okay, so did Moran steal second? Is that what happened?
Yeah. Moran gets a steal for second, and then just say, who's that? Dewar? Say Dewar came home on the play. He technically doesn't get a steal.
He doesn't get a stall base.
But he scored, so just say he came home on the play.
Yeah, it wasn't defensive indifference. It was just advanced to second on the rundown.
Oh, you're going to tell me a single and an error there.
Error. Sure.
E4. He would have been out with a good throw. Who's this pitcher?
Skinner. Sanford.
Sanford on Sanford?
No, I said Sam with an M.
So did I. Sanford on Sanford.
Leading off the 3rd inning for Altamonte Springs, left fielder number 7, Garrett Zach. Have you seen him play it?
Yeah.
Very good.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium where the River Rats lead 2-1, and we're headed to the top of the 3rd inning where the leadoff man, Garrett Zach, starting left fielder, is up to bat. Watches this one for strike 1. Ham Skinner still on the mound here for the River Rats. And Zach's last at bat, grounded out to shortstop. Watches this one for ball 1.
Yes.
The 1-1 pitch from Skinner is fouled straight back to the net. 1-2 count now on Zach. Coming into the game with a .455 batting average. He has only played 3 games, so small sample size, but still 5 for 11. The 0-2 pitch. Upstairs, 79 miles per hour for ball 2.
2-2 on the scoreboard.
Zach has 1 home run. 2-2 pitch swung on. This ball is hitting to left center field, and he's going to round first base hard, and he's going to just pull up there as the hard turn lands him with the leadoff single here in the top of the 3rd inning. So increase that batting average to all the way to 500, 6 for 12 on the year. And now batting, Rigsby Mosley, the starting right fielder. Coming into the game, batting .311, 19 for 61. Runner at first base. Skinner's going to try to keep him close. Lefty-lefty matchup here, misses for ball 1. Rigsby Mosley has 2 home runs and 9 RBIs. Quick pick move to first base, nothing happening. Ian Mosley's last at bat, he walked and he scored the only run of the game so far for the Scorpions. Mosley has 4 stolen bases, so if he gets on, he's a threat to run. Swings at this one, fouls it straight back off the net. 83 miles per hour for strike 1. Zach has played in 3 games, and he's on first base right now, and he has 3 stolen bases. So he is a threat to run as well. The 1-1 pitch and another quick pick move to first base. Nothing happened. One count here, nobody out in the top of the third inning. River Rats lead 2-1. Scorpions have a man at first base. 1-1 pitch. Upstairs, but called strike number 2, 82 miles per hour. On Rigsby Mosley, 1-2 count here. Mosley has struck out 5 times so far this year. The 1-2 pitch. Upstairs, 77 for ball number 2. His last at bat was a 4-pitch walk. Ray Alejo, the starting center fielder, he is on deck. In his last at bat, he also walked. The 2-2 pitch. Delayed steal, runners on the move, and this one's popped right up to third base. And he's got the 5-3 put out as it was chopped and went right into Lavastida's glove. And that advanced Zach to second base, so he's 180 feet away from home plate. And Ray Alejo is up to bat, batting .400 with 16 hits and 3 home runs. So he does have some power here. Also, second on the team in walks with 8. The 0-0 pitch drops in the off speed, 70 miles per hour for strike 1.
That was beautiful, Phil.
Thank you.
Alejo is prone to striking out 16 of them, but when you're in that 3-4 spot, they'll take power over strikeouts any day. The 0-1 pitch, runners on the move to third, and this one's hit to center field shallow, so he's going to have to head back to second base quickly, and Rivera makes the put out. Attempts to throw, but he is safe at second base.
Next up for the Scorpions,
So the F8, if you're keeping track at home, which I know you all are. And coming out to bat, Bryant Harris Jr., the DH, struck out looking in his first at bat. Harris missed a few games with a hamstring injury. Very quality batter, batting .389. Swings to the first pitch, fouls it straight back, 83 miles per hour for strike 1. Thank you to everybody watching us on Facebook Live right now. I really appreciate the likes and the comments. Please keep sharing so more and more people can watch what we have going on here in the Florida College Summer League. Today we've got the Sanford River Rats and the Altamonte Springs Scorpions battling it out here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. The 0-1 pitch from Skinner in the dirt for ball 1. Looked like he tried to gas that one up, 86 miles per hour. Put it in the other batter's box in the dirt. Scorpions have 1 run, 2 hits, and committed 2 errors in the field. The 1-1 pitch puts this one into left field with the line drive and bobbles it, and Zach is going to score from second base easily as Brian Harris has the single with 2 outs, and it's an RBI single to tie up the ball game here at 2 runs in the top of the third inning.
Here's the catcher, number 22, Anthony George.
And now coming up to bat with 2 outs and Bryant Harris Jr. on first base with 3 steals, Anthony George, the catcher. Harris has not been thrown out. George watches this one in the dirt for ball 1. Quick throw down to first base, unable to get him. George had a single to right field in the first inning of this ball game. Drove in the only run to that point. The 1-0 pitch, and he's going to pick off to first base just to keep him close. Harris is normally the starting center fielder. Got the DH duties today. The 1-0 pitch inside and called strike one. We've seen a variety of speed on the fastball, 82 to 86 miles per hour from Hamp Skinner from the left side. Anthony George at the plate, 1-1 count, 2 outs. Brian Harris at first base. 1-1 pitch swung on, and this ball is fouled into the first base dugout to make it a 1-2 count here. This game is going to be a 7-inning game, as it was a suspended game, and the scheduled game will start 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. So come on out to Sanford Memorial if you're not here now. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. Right off the knob of the bat there from George. So we remain a 1-2 count. It's 93 degrees here in beautiful Sanford, Florida. Scorpions have already scored 1 run this inning. Brian Harris at first base. 1-2 pitch here on the catcher, George. 1-2. Tries to come with the off-speed stuff. Leaves it upstairs. Makes it even. And we have a 2-2 count with 2 outs and number 22 up to bat. The score is 2-2, so that's just a lot of 2s on the board right now. And here's the pitch. Another one fouled straight back, and that one was 82 miles per hour. Anthony George, 10 for 30 through 9 games, has 2 RBIs, struck out 6 times. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt, and that one gets away, and Brian Harris will move up to second base on that wild pitch. And now we have a full count with 2 outs. Runner in scoring position now. Anthony George will be going for his 4th RBI, as he already has 1 this game. Came into the game with 2. George has 6 stolen bases. The 3-2. Another one fouled off straight back into the net. Jack Strunk, the shortstop, is on deck. The 3-2 pitch. Outside, and George will take the free 90 jog down to first base.
Starting up the shortstop, number 18, Jack Strunk.
Jack Strunk 0 for 1 today.
Landon, do you know why he's wearing 18?
Probably your Rutledge was 18.
Well, Eric Keating was supposed to get 18. He was supposed to get 19.
Strunk.
And they're like the exact same size.
This is his 2nd game on this early season, as he is a late addition. Comes up in a crucial spot here with runners on first and second base, tied 2-2 here in the top of the 3rd. Watches this off-speed 70-mile-per-hour curveball for strike 1. Brian Harris has some wheels, is standing on second base, and Anthony George, after the 2-out walk, is on first base. The 0-1 pitch. This ball's hit into right field. Ronnie Tenney comes up, bobbles it. So and they're going to hold the runners. Great throw to home, but all the runners stay where they are. And we have bases loaded here, as Ronnie Tenney was able to not let that ball bounce too far away from him. And now we're going to get a mound visit by head coach Kevin Davidson. and Trace Thornall is coming up to bat. Just want to take this time. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live right now. I see all the views, I see all the likes, and I see all the comments. Thank you guys all so much. I really appreciate it. I really like bringing the games to you guys on a day-to-day basis here at Sanford Memorial Stadium.
Oh, really?
Please share it. All you got to do is just hit that share button real quick so more and more people can check it out. The more pages we get it on, the more views we get, and the happier I am, and the happier the big bosses are. Just trying to bring as much action to the fans. If you're unable to make it out to the games, you can watch it every home game on Facebook Live on the Sanford River Rats page. This is a great league with D1, D2, D3, and junior college kids come from around the nation and play ball here in beautiful Central Florida on a day-to-day basis. Today we've got the Sanford River Rats and the Altamonte Springs Scorpions, and we're in the top of the third inning, tied 2-2 with bases loaded, 2 outs, and Trace Thornall up to bat as he watches this one, 69 miles per hour for ball 1. He struck out looking on a full count curveball in his last at bat.
You want more stats? Yeah.
Lefty-lefty matchup here, very critical spot here. Big leads all around, gets this one in for an 81 mile per hour fastball strike. And like I said, Skinner, now that was his slowest fastball, so he might be getting a little tired. He juiced one up to 86 miles per hour just a few batters ago, and that one 81 miles per hour. The 1-1 pitch with bases loaded, 83 miles per hour there for strike 2. Doesn't really matter how hard you throw if you can command the strike zone, paint those corners, and get weak contact. You can be effective even when you're tired. Big lead at second base by Anthony George, the catcher, and why not? Ball in the outfield, you're scoring easily. 1-2 count to Thornall, and this ball's hit to Cody Orther at second base, and the glove flip. 4-3 put out to get the River Rats out of the top of the third inning, and with a new score, it is tied up 2-2. We got a good one. Stick with us here on Facebook and Merdex. Thank you guys very much.
Cody, can I give you one constructive criticism? Don't overdo it on the speed gun. Like, once in a while is fine, but like, you're relying a ton on like miles per hour on each pitch and stuff. I would like maybe once per batter or something. Coaches listed as assistants.
And we had well, you saw Cody was third, but then at one point Lopez was third, and Parker Quinn was first base. I was like, what is this? Wait, why do we know? Why is the player? No idea. Why would they do that? Why would they play?
Because he's very mad at his team and doesn't want to be out there. That would be important. Leading off the Rats, shortstop number 13, Dathan Pruitt.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium where we've got Rats, we've got Scorps. I'm Cody Shook, and Dathan Pruitt is coming up to bat here in the bottom of the third inning against Trey Vanderwide with the ball game tied 2-2. Here's the 0-0 pitch, drag bunt, and he's going to foul this one off down the first base line for strike number 1. Pruitt was hit by a pitch in his last at bat back in the first inning, and he scored the first run of the game for the Rats. Scorpions scored 1 in the first, 1 in the third, and the Rats scored 1 in each inning so far. We're in the bottom of the third inning now, and Pruitt's going to watch that one for strike 2. In his first at bat, he watched the first 2 pitches, and then he was hit on the third one. The 0-2 pitch. Strike him out, swinging for out number 1.
Next up for the Rats, the DH, number 11, Eli Marrero.
Eli Marrero is now up to bat. The DH had a single into left field in his last at bat. Marrero coming into the game batting .260 with 7 walks, 12 RBIs and 3 home runs. He's going to drag bunt this one, and it's a beaut, but it's going to roll just foul down the third base line. He definitely would have been there, as that was perfect placing if it was a foot to the right.
That's Katie's fault. You should yell at her. I'm really sorry that happened.
No, it's fine.
Marrero has to walk back down now, as he was all the way past first base. Showed off the wheels there. Marrero has scored 7 runs on those 13 hits.
But yeah, the GM's supposed to let everyone know, so that's definitely her fault.
Eli Marrero, one of the 3 catchers. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, and this ball is cued down to first base, where they will just, Paxton Rigby will just step on first base for out number 2.
Here's the third baseman, number 34, Brian
For the 3
Lavastida.
unassisted. And now the cleanup man, Brian Lavastida, third baseman, had a sac fly in his last at bat. Is up here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs and nobody on. So far, a quick inning for Vanderwide. One of the better pitchers here in the Florida League with the lowest ERA, one of the lowest ERAs to this point. Gets Lavastida to swing at the first pitch right over the top of it for strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, unable to pick it behind the plate for ball 1. Alejandro Martinez is on deck. The 1-1 pitch. Upstairs for ball 2. Lavastida 0 for 0 on the day, as he did have that sac fly. Coming into the game batting .277. Watches this one on the outside part of the plate for strike 2. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and shallow drive to center field. Ray Alejo sits under it, and he records out number 3 in the bottom of the third inning. So we head to the top of the 4th in this 7-inning ball game. Still tied 2-2. Stick with us. We got a good one.
Got a dandy. Got a dandy.
Does this make sense for that one crazy play?
Go on.
He said Lawrence was second on a rundown. Since the infield was focusing on him, Dewar came home on the play.
Yes. It makes sense. I think not how. What was the first line again?
Lawrence was second on a rundown.
Say something like moron.
Was that on the first and third play?
Yeah, like there was a rundown, but he didn't steal second on a rundown. It's like he was stealing second, which caused a rundown, allowing Dewar to advance on the play. Something like that. The steal caused the rundown. The rundown didn't cause the steal. The steal caused the rundown.
Correct.
Is what I'm trying to say.
He got hung up in a rundown, which allowed the run to score from third.
Dewar to score.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook, and we've got Rats, we've got Scorpions, and we've got a 2-2 ball game headed to the top of the 4th inning. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live. I always appreciate it. That's why I thank you guys so much. It is always great to see how many viewers we have, and at the end of the night, we love seeing that high count. Hamp Skinner here. 0-0 pitch, high and inside for ball 1. On Paxton Rigby, the first baseman.
So what do you mean by point streak mobile?
Lefty-lefty matchup. And this ball is poked to third base on a hard line drive. And Lavastida has got it for the 5-3 putout. And out number 1.
Really?
Yeah. Bad.
Mike Christopoulos now steps up to the plate with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Struck out looking in his last at bat. And the 0-0 pitch. The curveball low in the dirt gets away from the catcher, and that is ball number 1. Christopoulos struck out on a full count back in the 2nd inning. The 1-0 pitch. Inside for ball 2. Christopoulos has walked 9 times, which is the 2nd on the team behind Paxton Rigby. 2-0 pitch. High and away, but called strike 1. Christopoulos has also struck out 8 times. 2-1 pitch. And this one's hit to shortstop, where Pruitt has got it for the 6-3 put out. For out number 2. And the top of the lineup is now up. Garrett Zeck has a single in the 3rd inning where he came around to score on the RBI single by Bryant Harris. Zeck grounded out to shortstop in his first at bat. The 0-0 pitch from Skinner, and this one's hit to shortstop. Dathan Pruitt has got it and makes the great throw to first base. So 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 4th inning for Hamp Skinner sends us to the bottom of the 4th inning, where the River Rats are going to try to break open this tie as we sit at 2-2.
Congratulations to our round 1 winner of Micro Fantasy Baseball
Here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Stick with us. We got a good one.
Who won with a whopping total of 6 points. Great job, Matt.
Come up and claim your prize.
Not allowed to get a prize. Michael won't give one out to staff.
I won.
The fans want to know that there's a prize associated with it, so they'll start playing.
Yeah. Fans, you too can join the fun by downloading the Micro Fantasy app on your smartphone. Again, any winner gets a prize. Every 3 innings, we're giving away a free prize to the winner. Find out more information about Micro Fantasy Baseball in today's Game Night program.
How are we doing it in the 7-inning game?
Fine question. Martinez definitely double. Oh wait, he's around one.
Going double with this guy?
Aw. I could have stolen points there. It's still on round 1. Oh well.
I don't think I've ever played like where it's worked properly.
It works pretty well in their part.
It never works here. It was always play behind.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning of this 7-inning ball game. The 9-inning ball game will follow this one 30 minutes after the conclusion. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, tied 2-2. River Rats come up to bat, and Alejandro Martinez, the first baseman, comes up 0 for 1 on the day. The 0-0 pitch. Swung on. This ball is hitting to center field where Ray Alejo is going to dive for it, but is unable to come away with it. So Martinez is on base with the leadoff single in the bottom of the 4th inning.
4 points.
Now back to the Rats, second baseman number 8, Cody Arthur.
Hopefully it works.
And now batting Cody Arthur, the second baseman. Grounded out to third base in his first at bat in the 2nd inning.
I haven't submitted it yet, and it says
Vanderwide into his 4th inning of work on the mound.
How is that possible?
Doesn't say anything.
Oh, wait, no, I'm still in round 1 somehow.
The 0-0 pitch to Arthur, and this one's hit to third base again. And 5, 4, 3, double play to make it 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So quick work for Vanderwide on the mound as Cody Arthur swings at the first pitch.
Sanford, left
And he
fielder
grounds
number
into the double play, and Zach
Dewart,
the left fielder, is now to bat.
I'm still in round 1.
I'm in round 2 and it just won't update.
Dewart got on
Never lets me score.
by way of the E5 in his first at bat. And here's the 0-0 pitch from Vanderwide in the dirt for ball 1. This game is flying by. Started an hour ago. The 1-0 pitch in there for strike 1.
Just trying to catch up. I just picked double play. There's 2 outs.
We are tied 2-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Picked a single.
Outside, low and away for ball 2. Dewart got on with the E5 in a full count, so he sees a lot of pitches. Here comes the 4th pitch of this at bat. Vanderwide quick to the plate. And this one's hit right back up the middle to Vanderwide, and the shortstop is going to come up throwing, and they have got him for out number 3 here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-6-3 put out, if you're keeping track at home. And we head to the top of the 5th inning. Still tied 2-2. Stick with us. We had a good one here.
And Waste Pro.
Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live right now. Florida College Summer League action. Game 1 of a doubleheader here. Thank you for all the likes and the comments. Please keep sharing so more and more people can take part in what we got going on here. Just trying to bring the game action to family members and friends, coaches and scouts. Every home game here at Sanford Memorial Stadium.
I'm sitting waiting for a result here.
I clicked single on the first one and still waiting for a result, so I just shut it down. I mean, we're in the next inning and it still hasn't given me a result.
You don't need to warm up, Jerry. You better warm up.
That's not how it works. Leading off the 5th inning for Altamonte Springs, right fielder number 24, Rigsby Mosley.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. All tied up 2-2 here in the top of the 5th inning with Rigsby Mosley at the plate, and he swings at this one and misses for strike 1. Hamp Skinner still on the mound, giving up 2 runs at this point. The 0-1 pitch. This one's hit to Cody Arthur at second base, and he will have it on the fly for out number 1.
And now batting for the Scorpions, center fielder number 11, Ray Alejo.
And now batting the center fielder from UCF, Ray Alejo. Coming in with an astronomical batting average, just over 400. The 0-0 pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Skinner has really gotten into a rhythm here in the past 2 innings. Last inning he went 1-2-3. This inning he's gotten a quick out, and this one misses in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. So just as I say that Skinner's getting into a rhythm, he falls behind the very same hitter. The 2-1 pitch from Skinner upstairs, but he finds the strike zone for strike number 2 on Alejo. Alejo popped up to center field in his last at bat in the 3rd inning and walked back in the 1st inning. The 2-2 pitch. This one's hit down the 3rd base line, goes foul. Just a reminder, this is game 1 of a doubleheader, so if you are in the Orlando area, come check game 2 out. Going to start 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. We are in the top of the 5th inning, tied 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch swung on and hit back to Skinner at the mound, and the PFPs pay off for out number 2. Now coming up to bat, Bryant Harris Jr. with 2 outs. The Scorpions DH, 1 for 2 on the day. Had the strikeout looking in the 1st inning and the RBI single in the 3rd inning. The 0-0 pitch from Skinner. Inside for ball 1. Up next would be the catcher, Anthony George. And the 1-0 pitch in there looking for strike 1. Harris batting over 380 on this early season. 1-1 pitch swung on low away changeup, 73 miles per hour for strike 2.
Kingston from USF.
Swung right over the top of that one.
Coach of South Carolina now.
Oh, he got the job?
Yeah.
Really?
Skinner looking for his 2nd consecutive 1-2-3 inning. 1-2 count with 2 outs here on Bryant Harris. Inside for ball 2. So we have 2s on the board here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. All tied up 2-2. Skinner takes his time, and here's the pitch. And now their umpire's going to call time behind the plate. So we reset. Scorpions have 4 hits, and they've committed 2 errors in the field. River Rats have 2 runs, and they've only had 3 hits to this point. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and strike 'em out. Swinging for out number 3 here in the top of the 5th inning. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still tied 2-2. Stick with us.
Leading off the 5th inning for the Rats, catcher number 28, Anthony Mulron.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium where we've got a 2-2 ball game headed to the bottom of the 5th inning with Anthony Mulrine, the catcher, up to bat.
True.
The River Rats are going to try to get something going as their last 2 innings have been 1, 2, 3 innings. Mulrine looks at this one for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch from Vanderwide outside for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch low in the dirt for ball 2. Vanderwide has only given up 3 earned runs in just over 20 innings pitched. The 2-1 pitch, and this one's laced down the left field line, but it's going to go foul, and that will just be a long strike. Richie Rivera, the 9 batter, will be on deck. Mulrine chokes up on the bat, 2-2 here. Swings on, and that ball's hitting to left field, and that will just be out number 1 as Zach in left field comes down with it.
Here's the center fielder, number 18, Richie Rivera.
Richie Rivera, the center fielder, comes up to bat now. Struck out swinging in his first at bat on a 2-2 curveball. Vanderwide into his 5th inning of work here. First pitch swung on foul down the left field line.
Yeah. 2 seconds.
The 0-1 pitch here. Drag bunt and pulls back as it misses for ball 1. Rodney Tenney, the right fielder, is on deck. The 1-1 pitch outside for ball 2. Rivera batting .234 on the year, 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. 2-1 pitch outside for ball 3. 3-1 count here. So Richie Rivera brings some pop to the bottom of the lineup with those 2 home runs. 11 for 48 on the year. 3-1 pitch, 1 out, nobody on. Swung on and fouled straight back and out of the stadium here, so it's a full count, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Strike him out, swinging for out number 2.
Happy birthday!
That'll bring up right fielder number 5, Rodney.
And Rodney Tenney now comes up to bat with 2 outs, so the River Rats will be looking for some of that 2-out magic to break open this tie here in the bottom of the 5th inning, tied 2-2. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live right now. Please keep sharing so more and more people can view this awesome game. The 0-0 pitch to Tenney, swung on, and this ball is hitting to right center field. And it will be the 2-out single for Rodney Tenney.
I told him to come earlier.
And Dathan Pruitt now comes up to bat.
And for the Rats, shortstop number 13.
In the bottom of the 5th inning.
Pruitt.
We'll see how many people actually show.
Pruitt 0 for 1 on the day with the strikeout swing and the hit by pitch. Both on 0-2 counts, so doesn't see too many pitches to this point. Dathan Pruitt coming into the game batting .350 as a man on first base. Leg lifts and deals upstairs for ball 1.
I didn't do races because I don't see any kids.
No, I was actually going to tell you.
Pruitt 1-0 count on Vanderwide. looked a little bit outside, but called strike one on the outside part of the plate. Looked a little high too, but I'm not the umpire. Strong wins from going from right to left. The 1-1 pitch, and he's going to pick off to first base as Tenny was getting a sizable lead. Got to keep him close, as Tenny has 6 stolen bases, and you don't want Dathan Pruitt on the base paths because he's got 8 stolen bases and no caught stealings. So very quick part of the lineup here. The 1-1 pitch and another kickoff move to first base. This one a little closer, but still not close enough. Pruitt scored the first run of the game for the River Rats.
So we're going there for lunch tomorrow?
The 1-1 pitch from Vanderwide. And this one's hit to shortstop. And he will go quick 6-4 put out as Strunk to Christopoulos for out number 3. And we head to the top of the 6th inning of this 7th inning ball game.
Scheduled for 7 innings unless extras are necessary.
Stick with us. We've got a good one between the Rats and the Scorps.
May not.
Game 2 will start approximately 30 minutes after the end of this first one. In the meantime, don't forget it's Thirsty Thursday, $2 Yuengling draft beer available at the concession stand, along with other ice-cold beverages, slushies, pretzels, churros, pizza sticks. We got burgers, hot dogs, all sorts of good stuff. Go see Cindy at the concession stand. She would be more than happy to serve you.
I left the little message in there.
On the side. For the next game.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I'll let Robert take care of that.
I know. That's okay.
Are you saying I can't do it? I'm not good enough?
Cody,
Okay.
I get your
Is that concurrent?
thing for a little bit. iPad charger. Thank you, sure.
I have a charger.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've got one in the car. I just don't feel like going down there.
No.
Leading off the
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium with Hamp Skinner still on the mound for your River Rats. And Anthony George, the Scorpions catcher, is now up to bat here. 1 for 1 on the day with a walk and an RBI single. Takes that one for strike number 1 here in the top of the 6th inning of this 7-inning ball game, as this is the ball game that got suspended in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch swung on, and this ball is hit to center field, where Richie Rivera is under it for out number 1.
Now batting the shortstop, number 18, Jack
So the
Strunk.
F8 there. Jack Strunk, the shortstop, is up to bat. Has a single to right field. That loaded the bases in the 3rd inning, but the Scorpions were unable to capitalize on that. One for 2 on the day. Offers the drag bunt idea there, pulls it back, but it is called strike 1. Skinner looking for his 3rd straight 1-2-3 inning here. The 0-1 pitch on Strunk. Inside for ball 1.
Boyd Goodwin, 2 more RBIs today.
Trace Thornall is up next.
It's amazing.
15 away from the league record.
The 1-1 pitch from Skinner. This one's hit down the right field line, and it's going to tail just foul.
Think he's gonna make the All-Star?
Push it a 1-2 count here.
Maybe. Possible.
What position?
Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live. Hopefully some of you guys are able to come out to the ballpark here in just probably over an hour or so to watch Game 2 of this doubleheader. If you're watching, please share it so everybody on your friends list can watch and check out this action we've got going here. 1-2 pitch, low and away for ball 2. Also, check out the Twitter and Instagram pages we've got. FCSL Rats. We post some great stuff on a daily basis. If you ever have any questions, just comment them. I will try to answer them as quickly as possible. This 2-2 pitch is driven into left center field, but Dewart has got it for out number 2 here in the top of the 6th inning. So the F8 to lead off this inning, and the F7 there. Maybe, just maybe, Trace Thornell will hit a pop-up to right field so we can cover all the outfield so everybody can be happy. And it's possible, as both of these guys, we've got the lefty-lefty matchup here. Thornell hit to second base in his last at bat, but nope, he's going to hit it back up the middle into center field as Richie Rivera cuts it off before it heads to the wall. So Thornell has the 2-out single back up the middle.
Here's the first baseman, number 2, Paxton Rigby.
And that is the Scorpions' first hit since back in the 3rd inning. And Paxton Rigby, the first baseman, is now to bat with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Rigby coming into the game batting .133. Takes that one for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Skinner. Drag bunt attempt, fouls it straight down, hits the catcher for strike number 1. Thornell has 2 caught stealing so far, no stolen bases. The 1-1 pitch from Skinner. Outside for ball 2. Two-one count here on Rigby. Small lead at first base with the lefty on the mound. This ball is fouled straight out of the stadium for strike number 2, and we have 2s on the board again. And 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and of course Paxton Rigby has to be number 2. So there are a lot of 2s on the board again. Here's the pitch. This ball is hit into left field, and Dewart has it for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, where the River Rats are going to try to get something going, as it is still tied 2-2 here. Stick with us. We've got a good one. If you're watching on Facebook Live, you are seeing a tie ball game headed to the bottom of the 6th of a 7-inning ball game. So stick with us and share it. Make sure all of your friends are watching to see what's about to happen in this one. Stick with us. We've got a good one.
It's a great song going.
Is it though?
It is a great song.
That is your opinion.
We got number 11, Eli Marrero. Rob, you want to take over?
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium, where we've got a 2-2 ball game headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. And number 11, the DH, Eli Marrero, is coming up to bat against Trey Vanderwide, working into his 6th inning of work. We've got such a great ball game here in game 1 of this doubleheader between these two teams. 91 degrees here in Central Florida. The 0 pitch swung on and hit straight up. And The catcher has got it. Anthony George records out number 1.
Now batting third baseman
Here in the bottom of the 6th. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That's efficiency, if I've ever heard of it. Brian Lavastida now comes up. 0 for 1 on the day. Had the sac fly back in the first inning to drive in Dathan Pruitt. Here's the 0-0 pitch in there for strike 1. 86 miles per hour from Vanderwide.
Oh, no problem. Just whenever you get a chance.
The 0-1 pitch.
Popped up to the catcher.
Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Ball 1.
I want,
He is hitting 260.
Big Alejandro Martinez is on deck.
like prospects. Guys that scout.
The 1-1 pitch with 1 out, nobody on. Outside for ball 2.
And the
This game is a 7-inning ball game. For all of you guys that are just tuning in, this was the suspended game from Tuesday. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and hit to third base. Thornell's got it. He's going to make the long throw over for out number 2. 5-3 putout if you're keeping track at home.
Now batting for the Rats, first baseman number 19, Alejandro Martinez.
Alejandro Martinez coming up to bat. The first baseman has a single back up the middle and grounded out to the first baseman back in the first inning.
It bounced first. Oh, bounced.
Yeah. It's hard to tell. It bounced like right away.
Game 2 of this doubleheader will be 30 minutes after the conclusion of this ball game. The pitch to Martinez. In there for strike 1. Vanderwide really getting a command of that strike zone as his first pitch strike percentage is very good in these past few innings. The 0-1 pitch. Outside part of the plate, strike 2, and Martinez just like that in a hole here. 0-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. 2-2 ball game against the first place River Rats and the third place Altamonte Springs Scorpions. Cody Orther on deck. 0-2 pitch. Swung on, hit right back up the middle, and Martinez has his second single of the ball game. And Cody Orther, Mr. Singles, comes up to bat. Batting over 300.
Cody Orther.
Right, exactly. So, but he is down.
Alejandro Martinez.
Jackson Muldowney.
Those guys, we want to definitely have those guys.
And now we're going to get a pinch runner. It is Jackson Muldowney at first base. Get some wheels over there. Muldowney has 2 stolen bases. Cody Orther, 0-0 pitch. Swung on, this ball is hit straight up, and for the second straight at bat, Cody Orther pops up on the first at bat of the inning. And this one is an out to the first baseman, Paxton Rigby, for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 7th inning now, still tied 2-2. We've got a good one. Stick with us here.
So it was started as a 7-inning game, so obviously it's going to continue as a 7-inning game. So it's a 7-inning game with first one. No, it'll still be 9 innings.
Oh, it's Francis.
That sucks. He's on 12. Jones, right?
2-2 in the top of 7.
Wow, yeah, that is a lot of subs. Interesting.
Okay. Sounds good. No huge rush on that. It's just like try to get that.
Defensive changes for the Rats. Now playing first base, number 12, John Jones. Now playing second base, number 1, Francis Villeman.
Did you get number 17? That's Hayward, right?
Girl, I already got this.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook, and I'm calling a good one here. We're in the top of the 7th inning, and it is tied 2-2 between the first and third place teams. And we have some defensive changes as Francis Villeman comes in at second base, and John Jones goes to first base. Hamp Skinner still on the mound, and he's going to face Mike Christopoulos here to start the 7th inning. Gets that one over for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch to Christopoulos. In there for strike 2, looking.
Is it 252, 250?
Christopoulos has struck out 8 times on the year, one of those coming in the 2nd inning of this ball game. The 0-2 pitch from Skinner swung on a hit, and it's going to go right back up the middle for the leadoff single in the top of the 7th inning here.
Top of the lineup, here's the left fielder, number 7.
And the top of the lineup comes up, Garrett Zeck, the starting left fielder, 1 for 3 on the day. 2 ground outs to shortstop and the single into left field. Top of the 7th inning, tied 2-2. Scorpions leadoff single here off of the starting pitcher, Hamp Skinner, of this 7-inning ball game. The 0-0 pitch, sacrifice bunt, and pulls back for ball 1. Came with the off-speed stuff there. The 0-1 and sac bunt attempt pulls back for ball 2. Zach came into the game batting .455 in 3 games played, a late addition. 2-0 pitch here. Going to see if they're going to try the sac bunt again. They do. Pulls back again. So Skinner unable to find the strike zone 3 straight pitches as they're trying to give him an out. So he's going to have to battle back here, but now it's a coaching decision. Do you still want him to drop it down, or are you going to try to make him throw you 3 straight strikes?
1,000% he does not swing at this pitch.
Runner on first base would be the go-ahead, and the sac bunt attempt again, pulled back for ball 4, so he takes that free 90 down to first base on the 4-pitch walk by Hamp Skinner.
Now batting right fielder number 24.
We're starting to see a little bit of action in the River Rats bullpen as the catcher, Mulrine, is going to go out to the mound.
What's up? Oh, yeah.
So Mike Christopoulos started off this inning with the single up the middle, and Zek just walked there on 4 pitches as he was trying to lay down a sac bunt. And now coming up to bat, Rigsby Mosley, 0 for 2 on the day with a walk back in the 1st inning. Scored the first run of the ball game, 1 of 2. Scorpions 2 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors in the field. River Rats 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. He's going to square around for the sac bunt. Gets it down. It's a beauty. Back to the pitcher, and the 1-4 put out as Villeman covers first base. So they do get an out on the sac bunt. Both runners advance 90 feet. So the go-ahead run is standing on third base with Ray Alejo, the UCF product. Starting center fielder comes up to bat, 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to the pitcher in his last at bat. We're going to see if they're going to go to another pitcher or let Skinner finish this one out.
Looks like he's changing. He needs 5 more pitches down there.
Another visit from the catcher Mulrine just to give his pitcher in the bullpen some more time. Ray Alejo coming into it. Very good batting average, over 400. And now head coach Kevin Davidson is going to go out to the mound as his pitcher in the bullpen has gotten enough time to warm up.
Another song. What can you go with? Those bees. Come on, dude.
The slow walk out there for head coach Kevin Davidson, really trying to make sure his pitcher's warmed up in this crucial spot in the 7th inning. This is a 7-inning ball game. You still have time to come check out Game 2 action as it will start 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. It is tied 2-2 here in the top of the 7th inning. And that looks like Michael Gizzi. Hard throwing righty from Marshall. I'm going to see here number 29. That is Michael Gizzi, 6'4", 195-pound senior from Marshall. Throws very hard.
You're looking for children to help out on the field, shagging balls during the Derby. Visit FloorLeague.com for tickets and to sign up to shag balls during the Derby. Now pitching for the Rats, number 29, Michael Gizzi.
Gizzi, one of those guys that throws straight over the top, uses his height to his advantage.
Big spot.
Comes up against one of the better hitters for the Scorpions. He will touch 93 from time to time, but usually lives between 89 and 91 miles per hour. River Rats are 8-0 at home. Big headline, especially as it is the top of the 7th, and the Scorpions have 2 men in scoring position with 1 out in this final inning of play. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live right now. Be sure to share with your friends so everybody can watch this 7th inning magic that's about to happen. Thank you for all the likes and the comments. I see all of them and I really appreciate every single one of them. I'm just trying to bring the game to you guys here in the Florida College Summer League. We've got Rats and we've got Scorps. Michael Gizzi all done, and he is ready to go. The infield is not all the way back, not all the way in. They're going to try to cut that run off at home. Here's the first pitch, swung on and missed. For strike number 1.
What's that?
So you might see 3 of those.
Christopoulos got on base with the single up the middle, and Zek got on with the walk. And then the sack bunt. That's how we have second, third, 1 out. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 2. So Gizzi coming in, throwing strikes. Exactly what head coach Kevin Davidson wanted. His job here, don't give up any runs in the top of the 7th. 2-2 ball game. Gizzi, 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike him out for out number 2.
Now batting for the Scorpions, DH number 4, Brian Harris Jr.
And now Bryant Harris Jr., the DH, has speed, so make sure you get it over to first as fast as possible on a ground ball because he will beat it out, and then that run would score. Runners on second and third here in the top of the 7th inning. Scorpions have 6 hits on the day. Michael Gizzi on the mound, replacing Hamp Skinner after he threw 6 1/3 innings of 2-run ball. The 0-0 pitch from Gizzi. Inside for ball 1, 87 miles per hour. The 1-0 pitch from Gizzi. Off speed stuff in there for strike 1 as Harris swung right over the top of it for strike number 1. Gizzi's thrown 7 innings so far this season, giving up 4 runs, 5.14 ERA. The 1-1 pitch outside in the dirt for ball 2. Gizzi, 7 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, and he just recorded his 9th strikeout, so over 1 strikeout per inning. Takes his time on the mound, gets his sign. 2-1 pitch. swung on and fouled straight back against the net. And we've got 2s on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tied up 2-2 here in the top of the 7th inning of this 7-inning ball game. Harris is 1 for 3 on the day with the RBI single back in the 3rd inning. The 2-2 pitch from Gizzy took something off that one and left it upstairs with the off-speed stuff. Makes it a 3-2 count now. It wouldn't be the worst thing to walk him with Anthony George coming up to bat next, as they've got the open base down there at first. Still strong winds going from right field to left field. 3-2 count, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Here's the pitch. Strike him out looking. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning as Gizzy gets the job done. And we are looking for some magic here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tied up 2-2. Let's see if the Rats can walk it off.
Good little slide piece right there.
Just play a song.
Good slider right there.
And then it's over. And then nice little piece right there. Nice little piece. Old Dewey? Sure is. It's really long. Probably gonna get a home run.
That would be nice.
Stupid stats. Leading off the bottom of the 7th inning for the Rats, left fielder number 17.
Hey, we are back here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Zach Dewart comes up to bat, looking for some magic here as the Rats are going to try to walk it off in this 7-inning ball game. Dewart is 0 for 2 on the day against Vanderwide, working into his 7th inning of work. Giving up 1 earned run at this point, but also giving up another run. Dewart watches that one for strike 1. Vanderwide, 1-1 pitch. Upstairs for ball 2.
What's the earliest you would want to start?
6:30 at the earliest.
2-1 pitch. Swung on and tried to hold up there and missed it. 2-2 count now. Anthony Mulrine, the catcher, is on deck. 2-2 pitch. Outside in the dirt for ball 3. The last thing Vanderwide wants here is to walk the leadoff guy in the bottom of the 7th of this 7-inning ball game. 9-inning ball game to start 30 minutes after this one, and he does it. Walks the first guy of the bottom of the 7th inning. So River Rats are in business, and you have to wonder, are they going to go with the bunt strategy to try to advance him to second, or are they going to just try to hit him all the way in? We're getting a mound visit here from one of the Scorpions coaches, and like I said, the River Rats are 8-0 at home. Very big home field advantage here with all of the fans here every night at Sanford Memorial Stadium. If you're watching on Facebook Live, thank you very much. Please share so more and more people can watch, especially because we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Usually we play 9-inning games. Today, right now, 7-inning, as it was a suspended game. And we've got the 9-inning ball game coming up 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. So definitely, I will be Facebook Living that one as well. So make sure that you're watching that one. And make sure you get your friends and family to watch. Every game here, it seems like something new happens and something great. If you have any questions or comments, please write them down. I will try to answer them as fast as possible. Right now, bottom of the 7th inning, Mulrine up to bat. He's going to square around for the sac bunt. He does not get it down, misses it, but he offered that for strike one. The winning run for the River Rats is at first base. Mulrine squares around again, pulls back, and the catcher drops it. Looked like it would have been a strike if he would have just stayed down, but nonetheless, ball one. Richie Rivera, the speedy hitter, is on deck, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Mulrine is 1 for 2 on the day. Vanderwide into a 7th inning of work. 1-1 pitch here. Squares around to bunt. Pokes at it and fouls it straight back. So now there's 2 strikes on Mulrine. And a few games ago, when the River Rats walked it off, this happened to 2 straight batters. They were unable to get the bunt down, and then they just hit singles into the outfield, and then eventually won it on a walk-off sac fly. So River Rats might not be the best bunting team, but they surely can hit it. Squares around to bunt, 1-2 count. Pokes at it, misses, and strike him out for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Stepping up the Rats, center fielder
So an unproductive out there from Mulrine. But now Richie Rivera, the number 9 hitter, comes up. The center fielder, a very tough guy to double up, so if he puts something on the ground, he might be able to beat it out. The 0-0 pitch from Vanderwide, and he's going to stab at it, and now they're going to throw to first base, but he's not close enough to the bag to get him. So strike one. It looked like they were going to try to catch him off guard, as Richie Rivera, normally a very good bunter, missed on that one. We are here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Winning run at first base. 0-1 count, 1 out. Drag bunt attempt again. It goes right back to the pitcher. PFP is 1-3. And they've got him for out number 2. But the runner is now at second base, which is 180 feet, if I do my math correctly. 90, yep, 180.
Top lineup, here's the right fielder.
And now batting, Rodney Tenney.
Rodney Tenney.
The starting right fielder has a single in this game. And his job is bring in that run, or at least get it to the next batter. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Tenney is seeing Vanderwide for the 4th time. Scorpions do have some action in the bullpen. The 0-0 pitch. Outside for ball 1. And you got to wonder, will maybe Dewar take off to third base, try to catch him sleeping here and get even closer? It is something that those River Rats would do. They are very aggressive on the base paths. Nothing wrong with it. 55 stolen bases. The 1-0. Low and away for ball 2. And Vanderwide just stood there because he thought that one was in there for strike number 1. Bottom of the 7th inning here. Winning run on second base. Rodney Tenney up to bat, 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out back in the 1st inning. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on and hit to second base where Christopoulos is waiting for it. 4-3. And we head to extra innings here at Sanford Memorial Stadium, all tied up 2-2. Stick with us. We definitely have a good one going here.
Rob, can you take over for 5 minutes?
Sure, Cody.
Thanks so much.
It's seriously going to take 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Unbelievable.
It happens. Good.
game is that?
I don't know.
You don't know what game you're playing?
No, I don't know the name of it. I couldn't
Just
say.
having a blast.
Leading off top of the 8th inning for the Scorpions, catcher number 22, Anthony George.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium with Anthony George up to bat. Swings the first pitch, foul down the left field line. We are in extra innings here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. River Rats had a man in scoring position in the bottom of the 7th inning, but we're unable to bring him in, so we head to the top of the 8th here. Gizzy still on the mound. Misses that one upstairs for ball 1. Anthony George swings this one, and it's going to go right back up the middle. Pruitt bobbles it right behind second base, so George will be on first base with the E6. And that brings up Jack Strunk, 1 for 3 on the day. Going to try to get something going here.
Shortstop number 18, Jack Strunk.
Gizzy came in last inning, had 2 people on base, struck the next 2 batters out to get him out of the inning, and this one's going to be bunted down the first base line, and it will go foul. So it looks like this is going to be a game of small ball. Get the first guy on, bunt him over, and try to put some in the outfield, score him. Strunk has a single to right field. The 0-1 pitch, going to square around for the sac bunt. In there for strike 2 as he pulled it back, thinking it was going to be a ball. And now he's in a hole. And do you make him bunt again, or do you let him swing the bat with the go-ahead run at first base? Pickoff move to first base, off the bag, and unable to get him. Gizzy, the hard-throwing 6'4" right-hander. Small lead at first base. Squares around the bunt, pops it straight up, and they're going to throw to second base. On the scoop, he's got it, and they get the lead runner, so job unsuccessful there as they make the 2 to 6 put out, for out number 1 here in the top of the 8th inning. And Trace Thornell comes up to bat.
Trace Thornell.
Thornell was 1 for 3 with a strikeout looking. Has a single right back up the middle. This wouldn't be the time for that, as the infielders are at double play depth with the man on first base. Pickoff move. Nothing happening. The 0 pitch upstairs, 89 miles per hour for ball 1. Runner's on the move with that pitch, and he is safe at second base as the throw is low and hopped in and was unable to be grabbed. So that's ball 2, and the runner moves up 90 feet, so yeah, he popped up the bunt, the lead runner got out, but now he's on second base, so it's the same outcome that they were really looking for, a runner in scoring position.
How do I do this?
The 2-0 pitch
I need help.
from Michael Gizzi to Thornell.
And I hit ball, and it didn't work.
And this ball is fouled straight back for strike one. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live right now. I really appreciate all the likes and the comments. Please keep bringing those shares so more and more people can tune in. Every day we bring the game live from Sanford Memorial Stadium. Today we are in the top of the 8th inning. We are in extra innings as this was supposed to be a 7-inning ball game. The 9-inning ball game starts 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and strike him out swinging. We have 2 outs now with the go-ahead run 180 feet away, standing on second base.
Number 2, Paxton Rigby.
And now batting Paxton Rigby, the first baseman, lefty batter, 0 for 2 on the day with a walk, popped up to left field and grounded out to third base. Michael Gizzi, the Marshall product, on the mound, misses there for ball 1. Jack Strunk on second base. Sizable lead. As he knows anything in the outfield, he is going to be charging home. The 1-0 pitch outside for ball 2. Mike Christopoulos is on deck, has a single. Rigby's job, get it to the next man, try to get on base, extend this top of the 8th inning. Tied up 2-2. Go ahead run at second base, and Gizzi misses with that one. 3-0 count now. Wouldn't be the worst thing to walk him with the open base at first. Gizzi, 3-0 pitch in there for strike 1. 3-1 count now with 2 outs. Go ahead run at second base for the Altamonte Springs Scorpions. Third place in the standings right now, the Florida College Summer League. Your River Rats in first. 3-1 pitch. Outside corner for strike 2. So now we have a full count here against Paxton Rigby. And this game is very suspenseful. 2-2 ball game. Scorpions have 6 hits. 3-2 pitch from Gizzi. In the dirt for ball 4. So Rigby takes the jog down to first base after the 2-out walk. And Michael Christopoulos, 1 for 3 on the night, on the day rather. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live. You are seeing extra inning ball game here. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Go ahead run at second base, and Christopoulos watches that one for strike 1. Gizzi got the River Rats out of the inning in the 7th, struck out 2 batters with 2 runners on to help out Hamp Skinner. 0-1 pitch, check swing, did he go? He did not. For ball 1. If you're not at the ballpark now, definitely come out. It is a beautiful day. It's Florida Regional Hospital Day. A lot of fans are going to be here, and if you any indication, game 1's a good one. Game 2 will be too. 1-1 pitch outside, called strike 2. It is 89 degrees and with a slight breeze. What more could you ask for? All the seats here are covered by shade. Come on out, $6 for adult tickets. It is a great night and a great atmosphere. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. And we've got 2s on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. Strike 'em out looking. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning, and we're going to see if the River Rats can walk it off here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. Stick with us. We've got a good one going.
Now pitching for the Scorpions, number 17, Sean Feltner. You hear that? The radio? Can we hand me that radio? Did someone say something on the radio? I heard noises, and I didn't know if it was the radio or not, but I don't think it was. I didn't hear anything. Yeah, sure. Is that Nigel, our intern? There's not a lot of Nigels out there.
Hey, we are back here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. I'm Cody Shook, and I am bringing a great ball game to you as we are in extra innings, as this was a scheduled 7-inning ball game. Game 1 of a doubleheader, as the second ball game will start 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. And that will be a 9-inning ball game between these very same teams. The River Rats and Scorpions are tied up here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the River Rats are going to try to walk it off. They already have 2 walk-off sac flies right here at Sanford Memorial Stadium. So maybe some magic like that is what we are hoping for. Nobody better to start it off than Dathan Pruitt against a brand new pitcher, Sean Feltner. He's pitched in 6 games, 9 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 4 earned runs. He is 1-1 coming into this situation. He has a 3.86 ERA, very quality coming out of the bullpen, giving up 13 hits. And Dathan Pruitt comes up to bat, 0 for 2, going to try to the drag bunt, pulls it back, but it's a called strike 1. So right there on pitch number 1 from Feltner, 85 miles per hour, so he can bring it a bit. And the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back into the net. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live right now. Please just press that share button. Tell everybody what's going on. We're in extra innings here between the first place and third place team here in the Florida College Summer League. Let your family and friends check it out. Just trying to bring the game to more and more people on a daily basis. The 0-2 pitch to Dathan Pruitt. Upstairs for ball 1. The Florida College Summer League D1, D2, D3, and junior college kids come from all across the country to come play in here in beautiful Central Florida. Some great talent. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and strike him out, swinging for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Sean Feltner comes in out of the bullpen
Eli Marrero
and does his job immediately. And now coming up to bat, Eli Marrero with 1 out and nobody on. Has a single past the shortstop back in the 1st inning. Brian Lavastida waits on deck. The 0-0 pitch from Feltner outside for ball 1. This was supposed to be a 7-inning ball game because on Tuesday the game got suspended. The 1-0 pitch misses in the dirt for ball 2. If you are in the Central Florida area, come on out to Sanford Memorial. The 9-inning ball game will start 30 minutes after this one. 2 great teams battling it out. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. 2-1 count now. Eli Marrero 1 for 3 on the day. Came into the game batting .260. His batting average versus Feltner is 1,000. So 2-1 count here. Here's the pitch. Swung on and that ball is fouled and it will go out of the stadium down the right field line. 2-2 count now. Nobody on. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th inning. If they score a run in this inning, they will win it, as we are in extra innings. Two-two pitch. Swung on, and that ball's hit into Christopoulos' glove at second base as he lays out for him, stands up, makes the throw to Rigby, and that is out number one. So a great play there by Mike Christopoulos, the Altamonte Springs Scorpions second baseman.
Rats, third baseman number 34, Brian Lavastida.
And now batting for the River Rats in the bottom of the 8th inning, Brian Lavastida, the third baseman. 0 for 2 on the day with a sac fly. Scored Dathan Pruitt back in the very first inning. The Scorpions scored their runs in the first and the third, and the River Rats scored in the first and the second. We're here in the bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Lavastida swings that one, pokes it over the third baseman's head. It's going to drop into left field, and he rounds first base hard. He's going to pull up with the 2-out single, and now the River Rats are in business with 2 outs. Here in extra innings.
The Rats, first baseman number 12, John Jones.
And we will see John Jones for the first time at the plate. He has been in the game for a few innings now as a defensive replacement, with Brian Lavastida at first base. John Jones, the lefty batter, one of 3 catchers. Also plays first base. Watches this one for ball 1. In John Jones's debut here at Sanford Memorial Stadium, he was behind the dish, threw out 2 runners, so the River Rats fans approved of him early. The 1-0 pitch, and he's going to pick off to first base. It gets away, and it's going down the right field line. Lavastida is in at second base, standing up easy, and he is 180 feet away from winning this ball game with John Jones at the plate. Francis Villeman is on deck. Sean Feltner has now pitched 10 innings on this early season.
Is that on the pitcher? Or on the pitcher?
He's on the pitcher.
That was the 3rd error of the ball game, and it's on the pitcher as the throw got away. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live. I really appreciate all the likes and the comments. I appreciate the shares so that more and more people can watch. I love checking it at the end of the night and seeing how many people viewed the video. It is always great when it gets in those thousands. Opening night, 2.8 thousand views. Always something to strive for, set the bar high, try to get back to it. We're here in the bottom of the 8th inning. If the River Rats can score here, they win it, as this was a regularly scheduled 7-inning ball game, with the 9-inning ball game come to start right after this one. John Jones, the lefty batter. 1-0 pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. That's not normally a pitch that a batter with a open stance normally would get to. Maybe foul it off, as John Jones, front foot is open. The 1-1 pitch. Drops in a curveball but misses for ball 2. Maybe a makeup call there, as the 1-0 that was called a strike did not look very close. Catcher George is going to now talk to his pitcher with a runner on second base. Maybe talk about some signs, figure it out, as that is the winning run on second base, so it's a pretty important one. Francis Villeman on deck. 2-1 count here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Winning run at second base. Big secondary lead. And he's going to miss. 3-1 count now with Lavastida on second base. John Jones, 3-1 count. Going to try to win this ball game here in the bottom of the 8th. 3-1 pitch outside and walked him. And now Francis Villeman. And one Villaman is going to pinch hit for the other Villaman as Omar comes up to bat here.
The big O, Omar Villamon. That's not Robert.
Big O.
A lefty Villaman comes in. Very good batter. Batted over 400 in this league last year. Hasn't totally got it figured out this year, but just batting under 300, 291 with 2 home runs. The 0-0 pitch. Watches it on the outside corner for strike 1. Two ball game here. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Runners at first and second base. Omar Villaman swings this one, puts it into left field, tailing away from the left fielder, and that will score the game-winning run. And Omar Villaman with the pinch hit, game-winning RBI, and the River Rats improve to 9-0 at home. Thank you to everybody that has listened all game long. Michael Gizzi will get the win on the mound. Omar Villaman, pinch hit, 0-1. Single to left field, scores Brian Labastida from second base. And the River Rats win 3-2. The next ball game will start in 30 minutes. I will be back on the air in just a little bit to bring you coverage for that one. Thank you to everybody watching on Facebook Live. Stick with us. I'm going to end this video. I will start a new one here in a minute when I get all the information ready and we bring you another ball game. And make sure you come out to these ball games or check us out on Facebook Live. You see right there, incredible play here in the Florida College Summer League between these two teams. First place, Sanford River Rats extend their lead, and the Altamonte Springs Scorpions are in third place. Stick with us. We've got a great one scheduled for you. Starting in 30 minutes, will be a 9-inning ball game. Be prepared for a long night of baseball.